Hello guys, thank you for coming to watch this video on Draveennn Guide. Today I'm here to show you some few tricks, how I play Draveennn and how I use my macro keys and stuff to make him a little easier because he is quite intimidating to play for most new players who want to learn him. But the most difficult thing that players come across with Draveennn is catching his axe. Now, it is a lot easier to say with dummies and do with dummies than it is with a real character, a real enemy who you don't know what they're thinking, how they're gonna move, is unpredictable. Now, if you've been playing this game for a while, you kind of learn players' movement pattern, and you kind of sometimes predict where they're gonna move, how they're gonna act. Sometimes you can even tell when they're going to be using a certain ability. For example, Draveenn's E, Stand Aside, is one of my favorite abilities for destroying crowd control abilities, such as Pantheons, Rakons, uh, pretty much almost every CC it can be dodged with his E. So for example, if Pantheon was about to jump on you, the moment this is like quite it all relies on how fast your movement, oh, not movement, what do you call it, reaction time is. So you got to be very fast. So let's say he's about to jump on you, you just pop, throw your axis, and it'll stop that, so you won't get stunned. Another thing that I like to do with Draveennn, like let's say the enemy is kind of low and you don't want him flashing away from you, so you know, you kind of hitting him and you're about to kill him, you throw your axis and you can get another auto attack, and he can't do anything about it because he's being, you know, kind of crowd control. And that's one way you can get an extra one or two more hits before he flashes away. That might help you get the kill. Anyways, another thing that I like about Draveenn's ultimate trick is you can hit multiple targets with your ultimate, and they don't necessarily have to be in a straight line where you threw your ult. You can do this by throwing your ult, flashing to the side, and then it curves your axis. When you call it back, you have to call it back, otherwise you know, it'll just keep going straight most of the time. So let's say I want to hit this one and this one, you know, you kind of come up to the angle where you can hit the first one, and you throw it, flash to the side, and then it'll hit all, in this case it hit 3 of them. So you can always do that, you know. Oh, I failed that one. So throw it to the right and it'll hit all 3 of them. Now another one you can do is with your E as well. Let's say your target is kind of far away where you can't hit him, you know. This goes pretty far, but let's say you can't hit your target from here, right? You can throw your E flash and it'll go a little bit further away, so you can get that extra move, you know, distance. I apologize. I'm kind of sleepy now, right now, so I'm trying to do this video kind of late. Anyways, I hope you enjoy this video. I hope everything helped you. Before I go, I will be showing you how I do my macros, especially for the movements. So there you go. You go to hotkeys, or you go to settings. Here you open up your escape, your settings. Go to hotkeys, scroll down, look for. Let me move this here. Go to your second task here. It says player move attack, player attack move click. I have it set for space just because my thumb is always hovering over it. Some players like to use the player attack move, which is the by default 8. I haven't tried that one. I seem to like this one a lot. It works out for me, and that's what I use. So okay, so that's the macro I use. Now for as far as catching the blades, or the axis I should say, the way it works is whenever Draveennn throws his axe, you have to move where you want Dravenn's axe to come back to. So if I wanted to come back here, I would have to throw the axe and move back. Throw it, move back. Not throw it, but attack, and then move where you want the axis to go. If you want the axis to go that way, you attack and move that way. You click to move that way. So you do that. You want it to go down, you attack, move that way. Now, most of the time, you can't control how far you want it to go. It tends to, you tend to do better when you have higher speeds, attack speed. So just like that, you kite. It helps extremely. You kind of have to time it. Like when you have more attack speed, obviously you can kite better than this. For example, let's come over here real quick and let's get some money and my standard items, my boots, bloodthirster, and I like to use rapid fire cannon. And depending if I'm going against a Yasuo or any highly attack speed, you know, with auto attacks like me, it helps with being tanky. But anyways, you get 2 axes going, you attack. And it's that easy. Okay? Now, like I said, use that space bar, the macros I have, to attack, and then you use your mouse to move wherever you want it to move. So hit the space bar, move. Hit the space bar, move. So get 2 axes going. Same thing this way. See, sometimes the axes don't want to go where you want them to go, but you kind of just have to time it. If you drop one in the middle of a fight, don't be afraid. Don't be afraid to, you know, if you have your cooldowns reset already and you drop an axe, hit that cooldown and you never dropped an axe. So, for example, I'm gonna let one drop on accident. Boom, I have another axe now. So it's a little hard at the start of when you start this character for the first time. It's going to be very overwhelming. I give up on Draveennn a few times before I actually dedicated to him, but trust me, once you learn how to play, how to catch an axis, especially during fights, because when you're in the middle of a fight, it's a whole lot different than doing dummies. It's definitely more stressful because you can't control how the enemy's going to react. So, but anyways, sorry for continuing the video so much longer, but I almost forgot to teach you these other extra things. I hope you liked the guide. Like I said, this is my first video, so I apologize for any inconvenience or how long I made it and how much I love to talk. I can sit here and talk all day, but I try to make the videos short. Anyways, have a good day. If you liked the video, please comment, subscribe, and like the video. It does really help. And any tips you guys have for me, I'll greatly accept them. Any criticism, as long as it's a positive criticism and not hateful, I will accept it, and I would thank you for it. So like I said, thank you for stopping by. Have a great day.